how my business and me partially changed in these 10 years. I felt so ashamed. No one would work with me. It was very stressful. They all were kept in my parents' apartments. I filled up my bath 15 or 20 minutes that no one would call me, please. But I am so happy that we are at this point now. Hi everyone, welcome to Katya Be Kind, and today we're going to speak about how my business and me partially changed in these 10 years. So today I'm wearing my beaded breakfast earrings, which are my favorite. They're made of these ruffled beaded pieces, and I love to mix them with these basic items. Speaking about these changes, I need to say that when we started, I was 23 years old, and it sounds like I was a baby, and my husband was the same. We are born in the same years. And actually, when I think about how we started, I realized that it's the way that it should have been, because we never had experience and we were little babies, and actually there is nothing bad in how it was. But now while growing, you realize that some things should be changed and that they should grow as well. And today I'm going to tell you more about that. Some pieces, like some things, are basic to me while I talk and I think about this growth, personal growth and business growth. So let's start. To me, the first thing that changed in these years is the team and people. So in these years, we understood that people are everything. And I feel so happy to have this team now, because when we started, we were actually two, my husband and I. He wasn't my husband at the time. We were just seeing each other, but still there were just two of us, and it felt so scary and exciting. But you know what, it was all done very spontaneously, without such experience, and we learned how to build these processes while growing. When we started, I was a designer because I made the first samples myself. So I took these knitting instruments, I live in Mexico City, and here we call it agujas. So I knit that myself. So I was a designer, then I was a website creator, because my husband and I, we sat with our computers, so starting a variety of websites. He was a fan of Mr. Porter, and I was a fan of Mansour Gabriel, and I was so excited to be doing this first website and to be selling something first time in my life. So it was exciting, but on the other hand, it was very stressful. So for now, I don't understand how we managed to do all of that, just the two of us, because it's so stressful and it's consuming, it's consuming your energy and money and everything. So if you do a lot of mistakes, you might just get exhausted and just stop doing that. So I appreciate ourselves and our courage and our persistence that we are still standing. But still, getting back to our topic. I started as designer, website creator, and customer support as well, and warehouse specialist, because everything was, when we started producing things, they all were kept in my parents' apartments. So it all looked awful to me, but now I know that it's just a part of the story. And as for doing this customer service, I know it from the beginning, from the first place, how hard it is to be able to communicate with a lot of people in one day, and to be to stay true to your rules on one hand, and to be able to do the best for your client on the other. So I remember one day when I was so tired, and so it was my main job that then. So I didn't have any full-time job. I was just doing our business, and I remember that one day it was Wednesday or Thursday. I remember that it was something like in the middle of the week. So I filled up my bath in my parents' apartment, and I just wanted to relax a little bit because I felt so exhausted. And because the night before I was packing some orders or something else, so I just wanted to get like a little bit of silence, and I was crossing my fingers just so that please that in this like 15 or 20 minutes that no one would call me, no one would call me, please. But one client, she called while I was taking a bath, and I was like so nervous, and I thought that, oh my god, that it's so, I don't know how to call it. So it was so, I felt so ashamed. I knew that she wasn't aware that I was at my parents' home, etc., because I was trying to speak professionally, but I felt that it was so wrong. And I knew that probably I should change everything. So we should have a big office that it should really be like huge, and people in fancy clothing should go and walk around and work there, like in customer support should work uh, like in movies, like, you know, if you watch this Devil Wears Prada or everything, like what we love in this fashion industry movies. And I felt so ashamed, and at the same time I was so angry with myself because I wasn't able to delegate that. So I wasn't able to find a team. I was so afraid that no one would work with me because I was so small and I was so alone in this. Somehow with time it solved out because we started finding some people outsourcing, and so they helped us a lot, and I feel so grateful to all these 10 years which have proven me wrong about my fear of delegation. And now I know that people are really everything, because now we have a team of customer service, and we have a team of production, like master knitwear, knitting women who knitwears who work with our products, who produce the sweaters and everything that we work with. So it was, again, now we have a warehouse. We have a big, it's not like huge and it's not that fancy, but still it's a big office which allows us to ship uh, all the parcels like properly. And I feel so grateful to all the people who helped us get this all done, because I wouldn't go back to that time. So and now when we live in Mexico City, and we are launching Beaded Breakfast here in Mexico, I know that I wouldn't be at that time, like I wouldn't be at that point anymore, because we will be trying to look for a customer service warehouse, just like from the beginning, without this I hope without this 10 years more, because you know what, I just cannot imagine us walking this way once again. But still, so people are everything, and the team is the first thing which makes difference to me personally, because I was extremely involved, and now I can focus on the things that I'm strong at, which are, for example, product design. The second one is system, which is, again, the core thing that we should have when we start a business, when we start to work with clients. Because for the first 5 or 6 years we kept everything chaotic. So the only thing that we had was a Google document, like it was a Google table where we fixed all the clients' names and telephone numbers and shipping addresses and everything. But it didn't work that well as it does now, like with the CRM system, which can count all the marketing numbers, which can separate your clients in different groups, and where you can do like a variety of, you can apply a variety of marketing instruments, including this WhatsApp messaging or emails, like email marketing or whatever. But at the time we were not aware, and I thought that probably it requires a huge team, and again we were all alone, and so we did everything like the way we felt it could be done at that time. But now again, when we started doing this product analytics, analyzing this sellout and other numbers of marketing, so it helped a lot. It helped a lot to grow faster, because now we know that some products, for example, are not that successful, and so we should get to this side, and these are not what we should work on. So we put it aside and we go further. So stock, again, fixing the stock was a huge mistake, because when we started, it was all written on some pieces of paper, like how many sweaters we have in ivory, in black, or something. And I realized how much work, like useless work, we did instead of putting everything in the system, which would be extremely easier and extremely it gives you like so much information that we shouldn't undervalue this thing. So the system to me is number 2 in this changes. The last point is considers a sense of shame. So I firstly put them into 3 points, but now I realize that we can put it together, because it's all about how we feel about our business. Because if we feel that we are so small, we're so not prepared to be like an international brand, we would be perceived as well like in the same way by the customers, because you translate exactly what you feel. And now I realize that at the beginning I had a strong feeling of this shame because of a variety of reasons. For example, firstly, I'm not a fashion designer. I've never been one, and I never received this fashion education. And I was like, oh my God, they will know that, my clients will know that, and they will say that, how dare you do this? How dare you produce like knit a sweater if you have never done fashion construction or whatever. So I was like scared for the first like 3 or 4 years. I was scared that someone would reveal that, and I would be like not supported as a designer of knitwear. So second one is that we started with a low product range. So we started with just 3 pieces, and I remember one client calling me directly on my number and telling me that, how is it possible that you have only 3 sweater models if you sell advertisement to the magazines? But I was like, we don't sell advertisement to the magazines. It's like fashion editorials. It's like editorial, like, you know, when some magazine team like chooses you, like it was a choice of the editor. So it was not advertisement, and I felt so scared that no one would get to buy one of our sweaters because of how small we were. But now I understand that it's not about that. It's just about your it's about the quality of your product. It's about your devotion. So if you are devoted, if you do it well, why shouldn't you produce your sweaters, right? And now I am 100% sure about that, but I wish I were like more sure about that and that time. Next thing, I was ashamed that we didn't have an office which was like which would be so full of this beautiful women, and like customer support, which would be properly organized. But again, so we are still standing, and that's great. And okay, that we never had our like a dream showroom or a dream shop or a dream something. but we always had this product that we are proud of, and our brand, which is highly like socially responsible, and we are proud of that. So okay, it's okay to be a small business if you do it well and if you do it like honestly. So to me, it's the crucial thing that we were so ashamed of all of that, but still we managed to succeed in all these 10 years. And the last point in this being ashamed of yourself for me was that we made like some products that were not so widely understood in Russia firstly, and I thought that probably we shouldn't go on with that because we are so like not understood here. But you know what, like time passed and we got very successful in Japan and in China and abroad, like in general, because we have a lot of clients from different countries now. For example, last year we sent our parcels to more than 20 countries, including Australia, the USA, Poland, Qatar, and Mexico. So it's to me it's all about that you should find a different path. You shouldn't be like unconfident. You should believe in yourself and you should believe in your product. If you do it well, so just try a different way to achieve what you want to achieve.
By the way, this January we traveled to Brazil with my family, and I met a girl there. Her name was Jordana, and she was really nice. I told her my story, and she was like, "Wow, I love your sweaters! But you know what? These crochet pieces, where do you sell them?" And apparently, to my surprise, girls in Brazil wear crochet dresses and crochet pieces over bikinis. So there is a lot of demand in Brazil. So this is like a reminder to me that if you don't go with something somewhere, you should just think of a different place. And I actually remembered as well about this European fashion weeks where girls wear mesh skirts and mesh dresses over jeans, and it looks amazing.
Summing it all up, so I would say that to me, the three things that have changed in all of these 10 years of my business are firstly people who came and made it all happen, system which made it all very clear, organized, which made us able to think about what we do and to think about how we could do it better, like accordingly to the numbers that we had. The last but not least of all the changes is acceptance of our own path, because not everyone should follow exactly the same path, like becoming a big brand on your motherland, for example. It's not that necessary, because if you are confident enough, if you know that you do your job well, so you could try other options. You could try selling abroad, you could try getting to another place and finding like other options and shine. And I am so happy that we are at this point now, and I hope to be telling you more in another 10 years. So probably we would go through this path together, and you're very welcome to be here and to watch us grow, and I hope that we will do this. So thank you for watching and have a great time. Never forget to say kind words to yourself. Bye.